Good morning. Hello, beautiful people. Today we're going to focus a little bit more on breath. We always do, but with a few new types of movements, hopefully to inspire our bodies to breathe even more beautifully, smoothly, freely, and naturally. So let's begin by sitting up or standing up nice and tall. Take a few moments to feel your feet, plant them on the ground, and really feel the soles of your feet, what they experience, the surface below them. And also feel where your sit bones are planted in your chair and feel them. So a little bit of moving, just some gentle rocking to feel the surface. I'm on a wooden chair, so I can feel that hardness and then the cushioning of some of my muscles and then the firmness of my bones. And if you're on a padded chair, your experience will be that experience. So take a moment to savor that, those little things that make a big difference. And then letting the rocking or the exploration come to a sense of stillness. Feel the feet, feel the sit bones, and now imagine the skull floating up. The whole skull rises up like a balloon full of helium, the spinal column like the string that the balloon is connected to, feeling that little bit of extra axial extension. And now place the hands on the belly and settle the mind, and we'll take 3 breaths together. The first one will be in sync. The second and third will be our own breath rhythm. So let's inhale together through the nose, and we'll let the breath out with a soft, slightly open mouth. And allowing all the breath to come out at its own natural pace. And when your body needs that next inhalation, please draw it in through your nose. And exhaling softly, smoothly, gently, with an easy sound. And one more time, when you need to breathe in, there it comes. And letting the breath out. And now nose breathing only, feeling the pattern, the rhythm that you have chosen in your body. Gently breathing in and gently breathing out. And we'll just sit here, eyes can be closed, you're feeling your own body rhythm, and also starting to notice, where is the breath flowing? Are there any places that feel a little bit blocked or constricted? And we're not worried about any of this. This is simply observing, witnessing with pure consciousness, and no trying to fix it or change it or judge it. We're staying very relaxed and very open. And of course, we're smiling and we're maintaining our support from the earth and our connection to the sky above. And I invite you to stay in your lovely zone. We'll continue cultivating. I'm going to slip my chair a little further back so that we can see some more of what we're going to do. So we're going to loosen up the shoulder girdle and inhale. Up go the shoulders, and for this, really feel that the shoulder girdle itself comes all the way up, and exhale, you stay tall, but those shoulders just melt down. Spine is staying loose and tall. Inhale, the whole shoulder girdle comes up, shoulders to the ears. Exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale, maybe see if this gives you more space for inhalation. And let the exhalation just be whatever length it needs. 1 more time. And exhalation. Relaxing. Just check in with your breath, see if there's any shift, maybe the same, maybe there's been a change. We don't know. We're curious and we stay open and non-judgmental. Now we're going to move into cats and dogs. So this is essentially a full spinal movement. So as we exhale, we let the pubic bone and the collar bones come towards each other in front, but we keep the backbone long. And as we inhale, we think of the pubic bone and collar bones spreading away from each other, and we can float the hands back. Exhale, pubic bone rises up, collar bones come down. We want a nice bend in the whole spine. And inhale, those 2 points, pubic bone and collar bones, move away. And one more time, coming together on the exhale. And on the inhalation, moving apart. And then returning to neutral. Now, some of us are very flexible in the area between the shoulders and the base of the rib cage, and the pelvis sometimes needs a little bit more encouragement. So let's take our hands to the top of the pelvic girdle. You'll find just below the waist, there's a nice ledge on the bones. And now this is going to be our bony landmark that moves us. So on the exhalation, we want the top of the pelvis to tip back. I'll take one hand away. And we want the top of the pelvis to tip forward as we inhale. So the top of the pelvis, you can see the nice differentiation between my purple top and my black tights. And your hands are touching yourself somewhere like that. So you'll feel that the chest and the rib cage are still moving, but we're getting perhaps a little bit more awareness of the pelvic movement. Now for today, our feet are just resting on the ground. We're not pushing with the feet. We're looking for movement from inside the trunk. Okay, good. Excellent. Now we're going to do something that might bother some of you who've done a lot of yoga. I know it bothered me. Some of my dance training spoke against this. Those of us who've had a lot of movement training, we usually have been told, get those shoulder blades down the back, keep them down the back. Whatever we do, we're keeping the shoulder blades down the back. So this is going to be ixnay to all of that, just for an exploration. You can always go back and do whatever your teachers or your practice prefers, but let's try this and see if it does anything to our breath. So this idea that the shoulders come up, but watch what else is going to happen. We're going to start, so watch one, we're going to start in this curved position where our collar bones and our pubic bone have come together. And then the next movement is going to be the shoulder blades and shoulders are lifting. The elbows are following. We're continuing to fill our lungs. It's just a tiny back bend, doesn't have to be big. And as we exhale, we lean forward a little bit and we allow the arms to come down and the collarbones and the pubic bone to come back together. So let's try that together. On the inhale, the shoulders are dragging the shoulder girdle up. The elbows are coming and you're just expanding. And then curving forward and exhaling, bringing the collarbones and pubic bone back together. So inhaling, the shoulders are pulling the shoulder girdle up. You continue. And then exhale, you softly relax the arms and bring that back together. You might want a back view. So it's the shoulder girdle and the shoulders coming up, then the elbows, then the hands, the chest opens, let the breath fill this area. Exhale, you're relaxing and bringing the collarbones and pubis together. One more time. Inhaling, shoulders, you end up with your shoulders way up around your ears. Just hang out here a little bit. You're not tightening up, but keeping the shoulders up and just breathing. You can inhale, exhale here. And on your next exhalation, just relax everything down, sit for a little bit, and just check in with your breath. Notice if anything has shifted, maybe not. There's always that chance. We're explorers right now. We're trying things with an open mind. And if there's anybody tuning in that feels a bit more breath, I'd love to hear from you. You can send a heart up or do something like that. If anybody feels a bit more breath. Okay, I have a love that one from dear Ananda. Yeah, I love that one too. Okay, so since we love that one, we're going to take it into just one more piece. Now, we're often very concerned about how we handle our core and our spine, and one of the usual ways to take care of this is to pull muscles in or draw the abdominal wall in and create a little bit of a corseting effect. Believe me, I've spent decades doing that, but there's a new way that I'm exploring right now that makes me way happier. So we can use our core muscles without really tightening them. They'll just move naturally. If you're up nice and tall and just lean back a little bit, you don't have to lean back a lot. For me, it's around here. And if you lightly palpate your abdomen, you'll feel a firmness. Come back up upright, and there's a good chance you're nice and soft here. So we're not pulling our belly in at any time. We're using our axial extension to stay tall. So let's try that one more time. Keep your hands here, or one hand here, and just tilt back without collapsing until you feel that something starts to firm up. That's your core engaging without just naturally engaging. Okay, I'm going to add this twice to the seated version of the roll. I'll show you what it's going to look like. We start with pubic bone and collarbone together. Inhale, the shoulder girdle, the shoulders come up, and you come into just that angle. So you're engaging your abdominals, but you're really lifted. And then as you exhale, you come back vertical and fold in. All right, let's try that together twice. So exhale, collarbones and pubic bone together. Inhale, up go the shoulders, unfurl and slightly lean back on that gentle angle that worked for you. And as you exhale, you come vertical so you don't strain the back, and then you soften over. One more time, then we'll do it standing. Inhale, the shoulders lift up, the chest expands, you lean back just enough. Don't overdo it. Don't get overachiever into this. And exhale, gently fold over. And come up and sit for a moment and just notice how your breath feels. Okay, now we're going to do it standing. So this, in a way, is a deconstructed sun salutation. I'm just going to adjust my camera a wee bit. And here we are standing. Feet are relaxed. Tailbone down. Crown of the head rising. Nice feeling of buoyancy. And we're going to bend our knees a little bit and exhale, doing our pubic bone curling up and our collarbones curling down. On the inhalation, the shoulders are coming up. The hips can come forward a bit when we're not on the chair, and come to that pleasant angle where we're really open. And then exhale, we come vertical. The hips crease a little bit, and we soften back in. So it takes a little bit of smoothing out. So let's just keep doing this. Inhale, the shoulders are coming up, the hips are coming forward, there's a little lean back, and then coming upright, exhaling, hips are bending, the tail and pubic bone are coming towards the collarbones. Inhale, it's all about the shoulders coming up, a little lean back with an extension of the hips, coming vertical, hips fold back, and then softening down. Let's do two more. Really be curious. Shoulder girdle, big breath. We're really filling the lungs. We're engaging our core without having to think about it. Coming vertical so you don't strain when you return back. Let's do one more. Inhale. And vertical, little fold in the hips, and coming back to the curl. And now let's come back to standing. Just walk around a little bit, see how you feel. And we're going to finish today by coming back to sitting. And we'll do a little breath-centered meditation. So maybe not as much movement today, but different quality of movement. And sitting nice and tall, see how you feel. Plant your feet. Lengthen your spine. See how your lungs feel. In fact, let's do one more movement. We've expanded a lot more of our lung capacity. So let's spread wings. So exhale, the hands are soft in front of the chest. You can even bring the pubic bone and collarbones a little bit together. And inhaling, lift the shoulders and spread your wings. You may find that your shoulders relax down here. And then lift the shoulders a little bit and come back in together. Inhale, lift the shoulders and spread the wings. The shoulders can fold a little bit. And on the exhale, lift the shoulders and come back in. So there's a little half circle. Inhale, lift the shoulders, let the elbows lower a bit. It's not a huge movement. We're still calmly in control. Exhale, come together. And let's do one more time. A real expansion of the wings of the heart. And shoulders come up a little bit, and now they just relax down. Sit up nice and tall, fluff things a little bit, see how they're feeling. And we're going to sit very quietly doing an internal mantra meditation called Soham that comes from yoga. As we feel our breath and connect to our breath and notice perhaps if anything has shifted, hopefully expanded. And eyes can be open or closed. As we inhale, we internally repeat the mantra So. And as we exhale, we're internally saying Hum. This is said to be the natural sound that the breath makes. So is the syllable that we hear inside as we inhale, and we mentally say hum as we exhale. This also helps to quiet the mind so it's less inclined to be busy with all the busy things it can be doing. So this is something that brings us home. Let's do a couple quietly together. Hum as you inhale. So as you inhale, pardon me. Hum as you exhale. I'll repeat that one more time to really get it right. So on the inhalation, hum on the exhalation. And while you repeat this mantra gently, see if you can feel what is breathing in your body, what parts of your body are expanding on the soul, and what parts of your body are condensing gently on the hum. And on the next so, open the eyes and bring the palms together. And if you want to join in an Om on the exhale, please do. You might need another breath in. And blessings to everyone. I'd love to know if this little exercise had what kind of effect it had for you. So please write in. I will close the live now, but I will read all of your messages. And lots of love. Thank you for practicing together. May we have peace in all our cells, in our breath, in our minds, in our bodies, and loving kindness towards all beings. Blessings.